think this. So today is Gaur Purnima, and that's why today we had to uh, start it a little early so that we can complete by 6:30. We'll take the first few minutes to just talk a little about Gaur Purnima because it is the birthday of Gaurang Mahaprabhu or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Some of you may not know about him, so I'll give you a very brief outline about who Gaurang Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is. He was born in the 15th century, 1400 something, and he was born even way before Santa Tukaram, after Santa Dhaneshwar. In a small village in West Bengal, the northern side of Calcutta, around 2.5 hours north of Calcutta, if you go by train. It's a place called Navadvip, and there are two meanings to it: 9 islands or a new island. So there are two rivers that meet there. One, of course, is the Ganges, and then there is another river also that meets at that juncture. And it's a very beautiful, serene place, very green, not yet, has not lost its sanity like many other cities. Too many buildings and greenery is going down. The trees are being replaced by huge buildings, and that's not yet happened there. It's happening extremely gradually. One of the largest temples is coming very close to the place where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was born. So, coming back to the point, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's birthday, why is it such a big thing, such a big occasion? Is that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is none other than Krishna. He was born in the mood of Radharani, but Krishna himself. And he was born because while he was in the form of Krishna 5,120 odd years ago, he was extremely bewildered is a wrong word, but for our sake, let's use that word, by the extreme affection of the gopis on him. So much so that the greatest Jnani, the personal servant of Lord Krishna, who is the entire 11th canto is about the conversation or the complete explanation of the Gita that Krishna spoke to Arjuna in 1.5 hours. That's been explained in great detail to Uddhava, one of the closest associates of Krishna. Uddhava never left Krishna anywhere. He was always his personal servant. He looked like Krishna, the same color, darkish complexion, same looks, everything same. So when Uddhava actually asked Krishna that I've heard a lot about, these gopis of Vrindavan and some pastimes of yours, and so why do you get so lost in thoughts of them? Some sort of conversation on Vrindavan, his Vrindavan pastime. So he being a Jnani, he knew everything. He knew how to completely concentrate on Krishna. He was the most austere of all. He was all knowledgeable, Uddhava. And so Krishna wanted him to learn something more than that. And Krishna one day asked him to go to Vrindavan and teach these gopis who are suffering in separation from Krishna. And so he sends him to Vrindavan. And for Uddhav, it is like, when Uddhav left that place, it was like, I mean, what am I going to do with these ladies? They are some village girls and they have no idea about Gyan, Atma Gyan. They are just like, if I were to go and teach like kindergarten kids about yoga, then how should I feel? I'll feel out of place. So what are they going to know about the great yoga that I have learned so many poses and things like that? So just to give an idea about how he must have thought, and Krishna had the right reason to send Uddhava as his last lesson to Vrindavan. So Uddhav went to Vrindavan, and all the gopis ran. Oh, someone looking like Krishna, maybe Krishna himself. And so they ran to see, and then it was Uddhav. So they still greeted him and said, please come, please come. I'm sure you look very much like Krishna, so you must be related to him. Please tell me about him yourself, and please tell me about how Krishna is. And so he starts saying, why are you so emotional about Krishna? And these emotions are not going to take you anywhere. Let's meditate. Let's close our eyes, and I will teach you the science of meditation on that Supreme Lord. So he goes on and on and on. And the gopis are not, giving any audience to him. And so he wonders what's happening. And so he tries to explain so much about Gyan, and these gopis are village girls. So they don't care a damn for this high knowledge. Now, the gopis then realize that he's feeling out of place, and so they take pity on him, and they say, okay, if you really want to know about our mood, we will take you to Radharani. And so they take him to Radharani. And then he starts telling Radharani about, Krishna, and, how we should not be thinking emotionally about him. And when she says that, see, why should we even think about him? There is no need to think about him. There is nothing else to think about than him. He's everywhere. He's in my mind. If I see the leaves, he's there. If I see the sand, I remember him in those particles. If I see anywhere, he's right here. So we don't see anything other than him. There is nothing other than him. And so when she gives the highest of knowledge, and when they're blabbering as if Krishna is there. They're talking to Krishna in the bees. They're talking to Krishna in the trees, and so they're blabbering. And so when they see this state of mind of the gopis, he falls at their feet, and he realizes his mistake. That jnana takes you to a certain level, but this level of gopi bhav is extremely rare, and it's the highest of all knowledge or experience that maybe that is existing. And so he bows down to Radharani and takes her as his guru, because he realizes that it's not gyan, it is prema, bhakti, it is madhurya, rasa, that is the highest. And so he gains that knowledge and comes back to Krishna, and then he says, okay, I am now paripurna with the real knowledge. So now, having understood what Gopi Bhav is to a certain extent, I'm just saying from what I've read, I have also not understood what Gopi Bhav is. It's not, it's way up there. It's a bhav where everyone start thinking that, I'm not a man, I'm a woman. So all of us are feminine and there's only one man. Like the example of uh, one of the great devotees, I forget her name. If anyone can remember, they can unmute and tell me. Mirabai. So Mirabai goes to see Rupa Goswami, one of the 6 great saints in Vrindavan, and she tells his Rupa Goswami is sort of a sannyasi, Babaji. He does not meet women and stuff like that. So, uh, but she wants to see him because he's very close to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and he's a great devotee of the Lord Sri Krishna. And this happened around 600 years ago. And so Mirabai uh, approaches his residence, a small hut, and she wants to meet Chaitanya Rupa Goswami. So Rupa Goswami's personal assistant comes out and he says that you can't meet him. I'm sorry, because he's a sannyasi, he's like a sannyasi, he's not going to meet women. So then she says, oh, can you ask him a question for me? He says, yeah, I'll take a question for you. So she says, I heard that there's only one Purusha and everyone else is Prakriti. Everyone else is women. So I don't understand why he's saying that. So then that assistant goes and tells Rupa Goswami that, this lady is saying like this. And so Rupa Goswami immediately springs up from his seat and he just comes out and he wants to take darshan of this lady, great lady, and says, yes, you're right. I bow down to you. So all of us, men, women, are all feminine. We are all feminine. These bodies are all material energy. When a man thinks that he's a man and then a woman is a woman, that's his foolishness. It's mere foolishness. All these bodies are feminine in the sense we are Prakriti and he's Purusha. There's only one enjoyer, the supreme enjoyer, who's Krishna. And all of us are part and parcel of him as the, in the pure form as the soul. But then having had these bodies of the fake man and the fake woman. So we are just playing a game of man and woman, but we are all really uh, servants, his eternal servants. And the bhav, the highest emotion to relate ourselves to him is that he is our master, he is our husband, he is our protector. So that's the bhav of the gopis. And so great saints and sages in Vrindavan, they really want to take on the bodies of ladies, and gopis, become the servants of gopis called manjaris. And so that goes on into another completely different topic. But to stay on the point, this entire Radharani and the gopis' love for Krishna, it's not like mundane love that, a woman and a man has sex with a woman and the way that they enjoy bodily sensuous pleasures. Absolutely not on that plane. They are not on that plane. If we think they're anywhere in that direction, uh, it's our complete foolishness and ignorance. And why I say that, that is not technical, that is not some knowledge that I got from the book, but some experiences that I personally have and many of the devotees also have. When we think of Radha and Krishna and their intimate relationships, our senses go within. They don't get aroused, but we think about similar intimate relationships in the material world, then our senses get aroused. It's very clear distinction, and that has to be experienced. So now talking about who is this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Krishna was always wondering, what is this love that this Radharani and all the gopis have for me? I don't understand. What is this love? Am I so beautiful? Why are they loving me so much? So he wanted to taste their love for him. And so he came as a, Brahmin boy as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in the mood of Radharani, to understand the bhava of Radharani, how she felt in separation from him. And so he came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as a Brahmin boy, in West Bengal, in the town of Navadvip near Mayapur. And his pastimes he played out. He was 7 feet tall. He was the color, golden color. And during those days, people from all over the world, Europe, Russia, wherever it may be, they used to come to just have a sight of this huge 7 feet tall person. And a lot of magical events that have occurred where where he has demonstrated that he is the Lord. But he has demonstrated it in a way that it was not very obvious. He straight out rejected when someone praised him as the Lord. But then there were certain instances where he could not hide himself, just like the sun cannot hide its radiance. Just because some clouds pass by, the sun cannot hide itself. Similarly, he could not hide himself, and his mention is there in the scriptures. So all the brahmanas and all the devotees are one up on that. Oh yeah, that's Krishna, that's Krishna. So like that. So is Krishna himself in Kali Yuga. He's called Channa avatar. He's a hidden avatar. No one knows that it's Krishna, but only those who know, and those who can see that. And so we can feel, and there are some very intimate experiences that some of us, including myself, have had in Mayapur, which cannot be explained in a few minutes. And so I offer today's class to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda, who is none other than Balram, who is actually Adishesh, who came down as Patanjali to give us this Hatha Yoga that we are doing daily. And it is said that in Kali Yuga, Nityananda, Balramji, generally in Krishna Balram pastimes, Balramji is a little more, stricter and difficult to approach. Lakshman was more difficult to approach. We know that from that incidents of the boat where Ram comes to the Sharayu and then he wants to cross over the river. I don't know whether it's Sharayu or something else, but Kevat's incidents where when he says, now, okay, I washed your feet. And that time already Lakshman gets extremely mad at him, but he doesn't look at Lakshman. He just looks at Ram. And then he says, now sit on my shoulders. I want to carry on my shoulders, because again, if the particles of dust touches you and that dust touches my boat, then that boat might become some form of a creature. I don't know. So he gets very wild. Kevat gets extremely wild. And because, Lakshman gets extremely wild and Kevat doesn't even look there. But Ram says, just keep quiet. He agrees to do whatever Kevat wants him to do. So, in Kali Yuga, that same Lakshmana, that same Balram, who are extremely, they would get quickly annoyed and stuff. That same Balram, that same Adishesh became extremely compassionate towards Manda, Sumanda, Matayor, Manda Bhagya, Upadrata, Alpa Ayushya. Such people, the great Lord Balram showed a lot of mercy on in the form of Nityananda. So Nityananda is none other than Balram. So without the mercy of Nityananda, it is very difficult to, or with his mercy, we can attain the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. So let us offer this today's short, it's 5:36. So within 1 hour, we can finish as much. And so let us offer today's yoga session to Lord Nityananda and by His grace, let us get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, the Supreme Lord. Today is his birthday, and so let's start. Before that, if there are any questions, please unmute yourself and feel free to ask. There are no questions. तनु जी, आप हैं क्या?
जी प्रभु जी, गीता माता जी ने हैंड रेज किया है, पर अनम्यूट कीजिए माता जी। जी
जी माता जी, हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्णा
प्रभु जी, आज से कोई 20 इयर्स पहले मेरी आईज का ऑपरेशन हुआ था।
हाँ हाँ
मेरे को स्पेक्स लगे हुए थे, लेजर ऑपरेशन हुआ था मेरा दिल्ली में।
हाँ हाँ
स्टार्टिंग का पीरियड था, तब नया नया आया था आई थिंक कि ऑपरेशन तो वो हुआ था, बट अब मेरी आईज बहुत ज्यादा वीक है। मतलब मेरी एक लेफ्ट आई तो डॉक्टरों ने कह दिया खत्म हो गई है बिल्कुल।
हाँ हाँ हाँ
तो कुछ है इसका कि मेरी आईज में एवरी टाइम पेन रहता है, हमेशा दर्द भी रहता है, और मुझे देखने में स्पेक्स से बहुत दिक्कत रहती है। डॉक्टर्स तो चश्मे का नंबर भी नहीं अब मुझे दे पाते, कहते कि नंबर भी नहीं है, इतनी ज्यादा वीक है आपकी आईज।
ओके, तो मैं एग्जैक्ट आपको बताऊंगा मेरे सीनियर्स को पूछ के, लेकिन त्राटक करके है जो आंखों का
मैं करती हूँ, मतलब मैं
कर रहे
करती
हैं।
हूँ डेली, बट कोई
और
नहीं आ रहा है मुझे।
ओके, और फिर कोई गुरु के सानिध्य में करना चाहिए, तो गुरु का अनुग्रह भी उसमें बहुत जरूरी है, और अपना श्रद्धा भी बहुत जरूरी है। और दूसरी चीज ये है कि आप जो शीर्षासन भी करते हैं।
नहीं, वो नहीं कर पाती, शीर्षासन नहीं कर पाती हूँ मैं।
सर्वांग आसन,
सर्वांग कर
सर्वांग
लेती
आसन।
हूँ, जी जी, सर्वांग तो हो जाता है,
हाँ
बट शीर्ष नहीं होता।
हाँ, तो मैं पूछ के आपको बताऊंगा, लेकिन क्या है कि आप योगा को ऐसे समझे कि योगा ऐसी चीज है जो हम करते हैं डेली बेसिस पे। तो हम लोगों का जो मेंटल मेकअप है ना, वो वेस्टर्न मेडिसिन से बहुत करप्ट हो चुका है कि चलो आंखों का प्रॉब्लम है तो आंख के लिए कुछ करो, उसमें कुछ डालो और कुछ करो। ऐसा नहीं होता है। ये जब पूरा बॉडी आप वर्कआउट करेंगे तो ब्लड फ्लो बहुत जबरदस्त होने लगेगा। उसके साथ साथ जैसे हम सूर्य नमस्कार करते हैं, तो मेरा तो बहुत कुछ हो गया उसमें। मेरा एक दो प्रॉब्लम नहीं थे, बहुत ज्यादा थे, सब चले गया। बहुत लोगों का बहुत कुछ चले गया। तो योगा ऐसी चीज है जो सारे शरीर को एकदम मजबूत बना देता है। अपने जो नर्वस सिस्टम है ना, वो कहीं पे अटका हुआ रहता है। और अपना जो ये जो मूलाधार, स्वादिष्टान, मणिपुरा, ये जो चक्र है, कहीं पे वो एनर्जी फ्लो अटकता है। वही फिर जाके आंखों में प्रॉब्लम, सिर में प्रॉब्लम और हार्ट में प्रॉब्लम, ये सब होने लगता है। तो वो एनर्जी चैनल जब ओपन होते हैं, सुषुम्ना नाड़ी ओपन होती है, तो सब कुछ आपको कुछ होने का चांस ही नहीं है। अगर आप केचरी मुद्रा करें तो आप मरेंगे नहीं, ऐसे बोला गया है। तो बहुत सारी चीजें हैं ये योगा में, जिसमें ये जो पहला 3 भाग है जहाँ पे हम वार्म अप्स करते हैं, उसके बाद हम एक्चुअल नमस्कार और आसन करते हैं, उसके बाद फिर हम शवासन करने के बाद फिर प्राणायाम स्टार्ट करते हैं। तो उस प्राणायाम से बहुत पहले हम ये सब आसन इसलिए करते हैं ताकि हम लोगों के पूरे शरीर का एक एक इंच पूरा एकदम परफेक्ट हो जाए। इसको हठ योग कहते हैं। तो हठ योग में इड़ा और पिंगला बैलेंस हो जाते हैं। इड़ा और पिंगला को बैलेंस करने के लिए हम हठ योग करते हैं। सूर्य और चंद्र नाड़ी को बैलेंस करने के लिए जब सूर्य और चंद्र नाड़ी बैलेंस हो जाते हैं, तो धीरे 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 सुषुम्ना नाड़ी खुल जाता है। एक बार सुषुम्ना नाड़ी खुल जाए तो पूरा का पूरा जो आपका एनर्जी है, और वो एनर्जी को एक्चुअल होल्ड करने के लिए, अभी मैं ओपनली बोल दूंगा, आप मैरिड हैं? आप मैरिड है ना?
यस यस यस।
आप हम लोग सब मैच्योर हैं, तो मैं ओपनली बोल सकता हूँ कि ये जो हम लोग सेक्स फॉर एंजॉयमेंट करते हैं, उसको छोड़ना पड़ेगा। तो थोड़ा चीजें हम लोगों को थोड़ा रेस्ट्रिक्ट करना पड़ेगा। सेक्स करना है तो फिर ओनली फॉर प्रोक्रिएशन, उसके बाद छोड़ दो भाई, नहीं तो बहुत एनर्जी उसमें जाता है। सो नाउ यू स्टार्ट थिंकिंग अबाउट द एनर्जी सोर्सेज दैट यू आर लूजिंग आउट, सो स्टॉप दैट। अब आप अगर बाहर खाते हैं तो पाम ऑयल, सब में पाम ऑयल होता है, सब में, सब रेस्टोरेंट्स में। अभी मैं पोलिंग करता हूँ, सब होटल्स में जाता हूँ, खाता नहीं हूँ, वहां पे पूछता हूँ ऑयल कौन सा है, दिखाओ, पाम ऑयल। सब जगह पे होटल को, एक होटल को बंद कर देंगे तो आपके जो बॉडी में, सब लोगों के बॉडी में जो पॉइजन भर रहा है ना आजकल, कोई सुनता नहीं है, सुनने का या उनका दिमाग भी नहीं चल रहा है, बहुत बिजी है लोग। तो बाहर नहीं खाना चाहिए, बाहर नहीं खाना चाहिए। जो हमारी वैदिक संप्रदाय है वो बहुत जबरदस्त है एक्चुअली। जहाँ पे हम लोगों ने बाहर खाया, मतलब जब रेस्टोरेंट्स ओपन हुए, एक्चुअली जो कुक्ड आइटम को बेचना ही नहीं चाहिए। जो प्रॉफिट के बेसिस पे कुछ भी होता है, चाहे वो मेडिसिन हो या खाना हो या लॉ हो या कुछ भी हो, जब पैसे के आधार पे होता है तो उसमें क्या होगा, उसमें क्वालिटी बहुत घटेगा। हमको ऑयल दिखता नहीं है, वड़ा खाया तो वड़े के साथ वो सब जा रहे हैं अंदर, वो वड़ा ही दिखता है हमको, कुरकुरी। और फिर कुरकुरी, बहुत सारे कुरकुरी खाते हैं बाहर से। ये ले लो आप जाके, मैं चैलेंज करता हूँ, कोई भी आप स्टोर में जाएं, कोई भी पदार्थ ले लें पैकेज्ड, और देखे उसमें पाम ऑयल होगा या नहीं, देखिए वेजिटेबल ऑयल होगा या नहीं, देखिए रिफाइंड करके डालते हैं, वो पाम ऑयल ही रहेगा। तो ऐसे सारी चीजें वो क्यों करते हैं, क्योंकि उनको प्रॉफिट बेसिस चाहिए। वो क्या कोकोनट ऑयल डालेंगे आपके लिए, या क्या घी डालेंगे आपके लिए। हम घर में करके अगर खाएंगे, सब कुछ घर में बनाना है। ये सब जो इंडस्ट्री, बाहर का जो खाने का जो रेस्टोरेंट्स है या फिर हॉस्पिटल्स है, उनका बिजनेस डाउन करना है, अपना हेल्थ तगड़ा करना है, और हमको हॉस्पिटल नहीं जाना है। हम आयुर्वेद और होम्योपैथी से, मैं 12 साल से मैं नहीं गया हॉस्पिटल। जब मरना है तो मरेंगे जरूर। ऐसा नहीं है कि बॉडी को हम केचरी मुद्रा करके एकदम सा जीवित रखना चाहते हैं, नहीं। मैं अभी जाना चाहता हूँ, कहाँ, हम लोग कहाँ जाना चाहते हैं, वो लोग जाना चाहते हैं नहीं, तो हम अभी जाना चाहते हैं। लेकिन उसके लिए थोड़ा, जब तक वो, तक इस बॉडी को एकदम परफेक्ट रखे और बॉडी को लाइटली न ले, सब कुछ करे। जो आप अभी कर रहे हैं वो बहुत अच्छा है, आप पूछ रहे हैं, मैं बताऊंगा, मैं पूछ के बताऊंगा जो बहुत सारे सीनियर्स के जो परफेक्ट एक्सपीरियंसेस है। लेकिन उसके साथ मैंने पूछा है ऑलरेडी, बहुत लोग आते हैं स्पेसिफिक कंप्लेंट्स के लिए, मैं यहाँ पे दर्द, मैं यहाँ पे हो रहा है, मैं, अरे बाबा डेली करो योगा। तो डेली करते 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 जब आपके सब जॉइंट्स वगैरह ओपन हो जाएंगे और सब मसल्स ठीक हो जाएंगे, तो नर्वस सिस्टम जो है वो बहुत जबरदस्त ओपन खुल जाता है, और पूरा आपका जो एनर्जी सेंटर्स खुल जाते हैं, तो पूरा का पूरा बॉडी एक तरीके का तगड़ा हो जाता है, पेट अंदर जाता है, चेस्ट बाहर आता है। आपके लंग्स, जब आप ब्रीदिंग पैटर्न चेंज करेंगे, जहां पे आप बहुत ज्यादा ब्रेथ लेके उसको होल्ड करके जपा करेंगे, तो क्या होगा, आपका 15 पर मिनट कितना तक घटेगा, 2 से 4 तक घटेगा। आपका आयु कैसे काउंट किया जाता है, नंबर ऑफ ब्रेथ्स। अगर 15 का 2 और 4 हो गया, मतलब आपका 4 गुना बढ़ गया वहीं पे लाइफ, है कि नहीं, 4 गुना वहीं पे बढ़ गया लाइफ। तो इसीलिए जब जपा करते हैं तो वो ध्यान में रखे। तो ऐसे ऐसे करते करते आपका एल्वियोलिस, क्यों साइंटिफिकली एल्वियोलिस इतना बढ़ता है, पूरा पूरा जो बल्ब है पूरा अंदर एल्वियोलिस जो है लंग्स के पूरा बढ़ता है, और वहां पे कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड ऑक्सीजन पूरा एक्सचेंज होता है। एक बार श्वास ले, पूरा ऑक्सीजन वहां पे रखे, तो पूरा ऑक्सीजन कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड, नहीं तो क्या होता है, अरे ऑक्सीजन अंदर नहीं जा रहा है, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड बाहर नहीं आ रहा है, फिर भी हम फुस फुस कर रहे हैं, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड अंदर ही रहेगा, पॉइजन ज्यादा हो जाएगा, आपका आंखें जो भी है वो कम 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 होते रहेंगे। आप उसके ऊपर टेंशन लेंगे, और टेंशन से फिर अपना ब्रीदिंग काम नहीं करता। एक्चुअली फिर ब्रीदिंग से प्राण, जो मैंने लिखा था, तो प्राण, ये जो प्राणमय कोश है, उसको अगर प्राणमय कोश को कंट्रोल करेंगे तो उसका इफेक्ट किस पे पड़ेगा, मनोमय कोश पे पड़ेगा। मनोमय कोश अगर ठीक है तो आपका ब्रीदिंग पैटर्न अगर ठीक हो जाएगा, तो फिर किसके ऊपर असर पड़ेगा, बॉडी पे असर पड़ेगा, अन्नमय कोश पे असर तो पड़ेगा ही। तो ऐसे सोचना चाहिए। इसीलिए हमको योग शास्त्र, योग सूत्र और सब सारे गीता भागवत के साथ अपना कृष्ण के साथ बलराम को भी रखना है। बलराम को रखना ही है, कृष्ण के साथ बलराम को रखना है। तो आपका बॉडी तगड़ा कीजिए। ऐसा नहीं कि हम लोग चलो कुछ भी करते हैं, चलो खाना क्या होता है इस्कॉन में, आप देखिए क्या होता है, अरे प्रसाद ले लो प्रसाद, अरे प्रसाद खाओ खाओ भाई प्रसाद खाओ, लेकिन बॉडी का क्या होगा? तो बोला है क्या कृष्ण ने प्रसाद खाते रहो, कुछ नहीं, कुछ मत करो। आप अगर गोविंद लीलामृत पढ़ेंगे तो उनका लाइफ कैसे था, सवेरे से शाम तक कहाँ भागते थे, जंगल में भागते थे। हम किधर भागते हैं? हम लोग अपना खुद का कपड़ा भी नहीं धो सकते, सब वॉशिंग मशीन में डालते हैं। क्या होगा इस शरीर का, कोई लॉजिक भी नहीं है। तो इसीलिए एटलीस्ट योगा अगर करेंगे तो अपना, जो कृष्ण और बलराम करते थे वो बहुत एक्टिव थे, बहुत एक्टिव थे, कभी ऐसे शोक नहीं करते थे। तो हम लोग जब ऐसे करते हैं, हाँ तनु माता जी देख लिया, तो सब मतलब पैकेज डील हो जाता है पूरा का पूरा। आप योगा करते रहिए, देखिए धीरे धीरे, और फिर मैं आपका स्पेसिफिक भी लेके आ जाऊंगा। हरिओम।
जी गुरु जी,
अच्छा है कि
हरि
आपने प्रश्न पूछा, ऐसे प्रश्न पूछते रहिए और
जी
रीच आउट करिए, आए हो जाएगा। और कोई प्रश्न? तो मुझे क्या करना, हाँ गीता खरबंदा आप ही है क्या माता जी? हाँ ठीक है।
प्रभु जी, मेरा हो गया है, मैंने लोअर हैंड कर दिया है अपना। धन्यवाद
ओके,
प्रभु जी।
हाँ ठीक है। आज थोड़े जो भी है, चलिए अभी करते हैं अपना। आज ये बहुत कम लोग हैं क्योंकि सब मंदिर में गए हैं। तो अभी 6:30 तक करते हैं पूरा का पूरा, जो फर्स्ट पार्ट ही करते हैं, और रोज करना है इसको। इसके साथ खिलवाड़ नहीं करना है। अगर आपका जैसे आज बहुत लोग नहीं कर पाए अभी, तो मैंने उनको पूछा कि वो बोले कि सवेरे उन्होंने कर दिया है, सवेरे उन्होंने किया है ऑलरेडी, और 2 बार करेंगे तो भी कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, बहुत अच्छा है। तो अभी हम लोग मानसिक मानसिक जो सिद्धते है उसको छोड़ के आगे निकलेंगे, क्योंकि आज भी थोड़ा हम लोग सुने भगवान के बारे में तो मन थोड़ा उनकी तरफ गया है, तो उतना बहुत है। और अभी आप हम लोग डायरेक्टली आगे जाएंगे। तो सबसे पहले होगा उदर श्वास, ये नाक से श्वास लेके पेट पेट ऊपर नीचे होना है। दो कोई नए जन है तो उनके लिए मैं थोड़ा रिपीट करूंगा। अभी उदर श्वास हो गया। अभी पूरा श्वास, चेस्ट एक्सपेंड करना है, स्टमक लोअर एब्डोमिनल ब्रीदिंग नहीं करना है। 2 बार। अभी ग्रीव श्वास, पूर्ण प्रमाण द ग्रीव श्वास। 2 बार। palms down, palms turning down towards to the side, palms up, hands in front, palms outward, palms facing outwards, in front of chest, in front of eyes, above the head, with palms facing inwards, palms facing inwards in front of the forehead, front of the chest. Observe, close your eyes, observe. Now let us go to Marjala Sthiti, Adho Mukha Vajrasana and Marjala Sthiti. In Marjala Sthiti, because we have been sitting for some time, we can keep our left hands front and right hand back and just stretch ourselves. You can also move your right ankle and then come back to normal. Do the same thing with the left leg and the right hand. Come back. Now, let's move on to Marjala Shwasa. Now we know how to do Marjala Shwasa. If the newcomers are not able to follow, you can at least watch and then watch the video of yesterday. Today, I think there's not going to be, there's no recording, or maybe there is, I don't know. Yeah, there is recording. So you can watch this again on your in your leisure time and follow. In a matter of time, you will get the hang of it. So we turn upwards, bend our backbone like this, and do this in Puraka. And this is the cat position in Rechaka. The cow position in Puraka. The cat position in Rechaka. And we come back to Shwana Swasa. Shwana Swasa. Let's come to Shwana Swasa position. Bring our tongues out completely and breathe in and out multiple times, not just out. Then you will go out of breath and then you'll have to stop and start again. So just let it go in and out, just like the dog does. Stava, Katishwasa, Adi Mudra in right hand, hold the right wrist with the left hand. Puraka, go back. Rechaka, go front. Puraka, go back again. Change hands. Rechaka, go front. Puraka, go back. Rechaka, go front. Puraka, go back. Rechaka, go front. Change hands every time. We are done with the Shwasa Kriya. Let's observe for a couple of seconds. Now let's raise our hands, come up on our knees, take our right leg forward, come up, and let's get ready for the daily Kriyatmaka Abhyasa, which is moving all the joints of the body. And this is a must. It might look trivial. Your hands should be held like this, with the thumbs touching each other at the spinal cord and your fingers at your waist. And let us start with Prashni Sandhi Chalne, that is movement of the ankles. Janu Sandhi Chalne, movement of the knees. Uru Sandhi Chalane, just lifting your feet legs so that your hamstrings are opening up. Kati Sandhi Chalana. Take a deep breath. Go back in Rechaka. Come back up in Puraka. Go down in Rechaka. Rechaka means leaving your breath. Puraka means taking in breath. Taking in is Puraka, leaving out is Rechaka. And Kumbhaka is holding. There are two types of Kumbhaka. Bhaya Kumbhaka, when you leave your breath and hold, that is Bhaya Kumbhaka. When you take your breath in and hold, that is Antar Kumbhaka. Let's now not focus on Kumbhakas. Let's only do Rechakas and Purakas. In Puraka, come up. In Rechaka, go back. Don't bend your knees. Let the legs be straight and let us bend backward as much as possible with your eyes looking up to your eyebrows. In Puraka, come up. Rechaka, go down. Feel the pull in your hamstrings. Your hamstrings are getting loosened up. Feel that loosening up of the hamstrings is very important. That's the most important of all, the backbone and the hamstrings. Now, Parshva Kati Chalane. Take your hands up, lock your fingers, and turn to your right in Rechaka. Come back up in Puraka, turn to your left in Rechaka, and keep doing this 2 times. Puraka, Rechaka, Puraka, Rechaka. Don't let your body move forward. Let it be in the same plane as your body. Puraka, Rechaka. Feel the stretch onto your left side. Puraka, Rechaka. Now turn your fingers with your palms facing out and do the same thing. Puraka, Rechaka. Bring your hands down slowly. Rest for a few seconds. Whenever you rest, make sure both your feet are apart and your entire body is balanced equally on those 2 feet. Let's come back. Now let's do the Skanda Sandhi Chalane. Purpura Sandhi Chalane. Face down. Mani Sandhi Brahmana. Mani Sandhi Chalane. Mani Sandhi means the wrists. It's Mani Sandhi Chalane. After that, Hastanguli Chalane. Relax for a few seconds. Let's move on to Brahmana. Rashni Sandhi Brahmana. Watch my feet. left feet, right feet anti-clockwise. Janu Sandhi Brahmana. Uru Sandhi Brahmana. Kati Sandhi Brahmana. Skanda Sandhi Brahmana, 3 types. The first type, second type, third type, Purpura Sandhi Brahmana. Hands, palms down. Mani Sandhi Brahmana. Merudanda Parivarta Paribramana. And while doing Merudanda Parivarta Paribramana, make sure that your hands are very close to the body. Don't leave it like that and do something like this because it might twist some other part of your body. Keep your legs straight. Tighten up all the muscles of your legs, up, up, up. Let the stomach go inside. Let the chest come outside. Keep the hands very close to your feet and buttocks. And then move very close to the center. Take Puraka. Let only the upper body move. It's a very, very nice pose. With your right hand, you can hold your left buttock. With your left hand, hold your right buttock and move back. That's the pose. Same thing the other way. That's the pose. Now, Hastabahu Parshva Chalane. 3 fingers held by the right hand. Pull it up in Puraka. Brahmana in Rechaka first and then Puraka. So we are done with all the Brahmanas. Now we lock our fingers behind and just move the neck portion. While you move back, you do it in Puraka. While you come to normal, you do it in Rechaka and move down in Puraka. Puraka, Rechaka, Puraka, Rechaka, Puraka, Rechaka, Puraka, Rechaka. Okay? Siddha, Kuru. Now, Puraka, Rechaka, Puraka, Rechaka. Puraka, Rechaka, Puraka, Rechaka. Now, let's do Brahmana. Now let's do the eye exercise. Make your eyes very big. Take your fingers in front of you and let the right eye follow the right finger and the left eye follow the left fingertip tips. Make the eyes very big first and let both the eyes follow in the opposite direction where the fingers are going. Now let's come anti-clockwise. Take a breathe in. Let's do it without support. Let's just rub our eyes clockwise and anti-clockwise. Clockwise, anti-clockwise. Little bit. And now let's do some running in your standing position. So keep your hands, let your elbows not move. Let only your hands move like this, and similarly let only your lower legs move and hit your buttocks. That's the first. The second type, Matajis don't need to move your hands. Matajis, keep your hands to your chest. Don't move your hands. Only for the men, let them move their hands like that. For Matajis, you do just this much. That's all. And the second type is third type is the fourth type. Front, back, and do a Mukha-dhoti. Bring your legs together and try to jump into the mat. Spring action like that. It's not easy, but we try to do that. And now we do the Prasarita Padotasana. Let's do it slowly because there's a lot of benefit to this. In Rechaka, you bend and you take your hands as much as you can take it back. Do not bend the knees. Remember, in Rechaka, bending front and bending back is in Rechaka. Coming back up in the center is in Puraka. This is in Puraka. Okay, let's reduce the distance between both feet. Trikonasana, Chalane. Take a deep breath. Puraka, Rechaka. Puraka, Rechaka. Puraka, Rechaka. Puraka, Rechaka. Now, let's bring our feet even closer and do Hasta Bahu Parshva Chalane. Hands facing down, palms facing down, hands in front. Take a deep breath in. And while leaving the breath, go back. But don't let your body move back. Let it be straight. As much as your shoulders can go, let them go. Just observe carefully. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out, like that. Relax for a couple of seconds. Today is Tuesday. So let's do Skanda Namaskar. We'll go on to Namaskars now. Now, the first three parts. The first part is Manasika Siddhate, means the calming of the mind and bringing the mind to the current state, the present, keeping it in the present, not past and future. That is done with the story of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The second part is your Shwasha Koshada Kriya, means the breathing exercise. And the third part was Kriyatmaka Abhyasa, to release all the stiff joints. And now we are done with all that, and we are going to get into the Namaskaras. So first, let us turn to the north, whichever is your north direction. Let us turn to the north, and let us do Ganapati Namaskar. Let's think about Ganapati. Who is Ganapati? He is the deity of intelligence. And so let us bring him and actually invite him into our minds and pray to him that he gives us intelligence to turn inwards, to turn towards the Lord, and not to let our intelligence be taken over by the senses through the mind. Rather, let the intelligence turn to scriptures and to the Lord, and become very strong, by which the intelligence can control the mind and turn it towards the Lord, rather than being a victim of the senses. So in that mood, let us instantiate Ganapati Vigraha in our mind, and let us all pray together with this mantra. Let us chant this mantra together in Lagu Omkara, that is small Omkara. Take a deep breath. Om Ekadantaya Vidmahe Vakratundaya Dhimahi Tanno Danti Prachodayat. Keep your hands down. You can keep your feet together, which is prescribed, but if you cannot, do the sit-ups with your feet together, and if your heels come up while sitting down, then you can keep your feet a little apart or wide apart, as much as you can go down where the heels don't come up. So I keep my feet wide apart, but whoever can manage to not lift your heels up while sitting down, you can come as close as possible, and the closest, both the feet together, is the best pose. If you cannot do it without lifting your heels up, if you cannot sit down without lifting your heels up, then widen the distance between your feet. And let's now take our left hand and in Mrugaya Mudra, that is, this is a Mrugaya Mudra, deer Mudra, and let's hold the right earlobe with the right hand, right fingers, two fingers, thumb and forefinger. Let's hold the left earlobe, and let's pull up our hands like this, so that the elbows are pointing front, so that we get some balance while going down. So for people who might bend forward, we are not supposed to bend forward at any cost. The backbone should be straight, going down like that. If you can't do it, you widen your legs and sit down that way. And while doing that, let your tongue be rolled upward and inward in Kechari Mudra. It's called Kechari Mudra. When you do Kechari Mudra, your mind immediately becomes silent. It can't think of anything. So let's do this in Kechari Mudra. and we'll do it 21 times. Kechari Mudra is like that. Your tongue should go up and back. Yes. Let's do this 21 times. While sitting, you take breath in. While getting up, you leave breath out. Siddha Kuru. Mm. 21 times. Done. For this particular Ganapati Namaskara, I find it difficult to go down like this. I can go down, but my feet come up. So it's not good. It's not recommended because you will land up in some other problems. And hence I widen my legs so that it goes up a little bit, not much. So over a period of time, I can hopefully sit down like this. But many of you can go down with your legs together. Please do it that way. Let us observe our breath. It has become tivra. Let us take deep breaths and try to bring our breathing pattern to normal. Don't resist, don't force anything. Let the body heal itself. Let the breathing pattern come to normal by itself. Surely you can breathe in deeper and longer and breathe out the same, but don't force yourself to do something against what is naturally happening. You can aid what is naturally happening by doing it even better. And then with both your hands in front from the position of facing north, let us come back to the position of east and face to the cameras. Now, because you have cameras, try not to face the south. Any other direction is okay. Try to keep your camera in such a way that you are not facing south. You are facing any other direction is okay. East is the best. Now, having done Ganapati Namaskar, now the time is 6:20, another 10 more minutes. Let us do one round of Surya Namaskar and we'll call it a day for today. We'll do 13 Surya Namaskaras and we'll do it a little faster today because we have been doing it slowly over a period of time. Let's try to go slow first and then let's do it faster. Let's stand in normal Samastiti. And then let's bring our heels together first, number 1. Number 2, let's bring our toes together. Number 3, in Namaskara Mudra. Let's chant the Surya Narayana mantra. Om Hiranmayena Patrena Satyasyapi Hitam Mukham Tattvam Bhushanna Pavruno Satya Dharma Yadrishtaye Dhyaya Sada Savitra Mandala Madhyavarti Narayani Sarasijasana Sannivishtaha Keyuravan Makarakundalavan Kiriti Hari Hiranmaya Vaputrita Shankachakraha Om Ram Mitraya Namaha. Now remember that I may do it faster, but you have to do it in a meditative state at your own pace. Whenever you are changing asanas, if you have not completed that breath, do not move to the next asana. Do it very slowly until you get the rhythm. And then I have to do it fast because I'm used to that rhythm. If I do it slow, then I'm not doing justice to myself. But I'll wait for all of you to come finish the whole round. If I may go faster, I will still stop at the second mantra and wait for all of you. Samastiti. Urdhva Namaskarasana, Uttanasana, Uttanasana. You can take some time in Uttanasana because that bending is most important of all bending. And you don't bend your back, you bend from your waist, not from your back. So let the backbone be straight. Ekapad Prasanasana. Look to your eyebrows and breathe in. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Look down towards, look up towards your Nabhi. Chadangasana. Normal breathing. Ashtanga Pranipatasana. Bhujangasana. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Ekapad Pranipatasana. Ekapad Prasanasana. Uttanasana. Urdhva Namaskarasana. Samastiti. Namaskarastiti. Om Hrim Ravaye Namaha. Om Hrum Suryaya Namaha. Om Hreim Vanave Namaha. Om Raum Khagaya Namaha. If possible, do not rest. If possible, do slowly, but keep it going. If you rest, then you all that you have warmed up, with the effect will go, and so keep going. But when you stop, that means you have overdone it. So follow your pace. Look at what I am doing only so that you can get some direction. And after that, you be in your own meditative state, really focusing on your breath. That when you're breathing in, you're going up. When you're breathing out, going down. Compressing while breathing out, expanding while breathing in. Just be focused on that. Don't look here and there. If you have some doubt, you can look what I'm doing. Otherwise, always be doing something. If it is fast, don't do something fast and rest. Rather, do something slow and continue doing. That will help. And over a period of time, you'll achieve the same speeds. Om Raha Ushne Namaha. Samastiti. Om Ram Hiranyagarbhaya Namaha. Om Hrim Marichaye Namaha. Om Hrum Adityaya Namaha. Om Hrim Savitre Namaha. Om Ram Arkhaya Namaha. Om Rahah Bhaskaraya Namaha. If you are tired, then you can take one pose, Uttanasana, and you can just do that. Any one pose which you like out of the 12 poses, you can go all the way down and try to bend your waist as much as possible and relax in that position, and then try to, as much as possible, get your waist down and then go back. Always when you do a front, then always try to do the back also. So you can do that while I am doing Surya Namaskar. Om Rahah Bhaskaraya Namaha. Om Shri Savitra Surya Narayana Namaha. So let's chant the last mantra, which is the Palashruti mantra. Om Adityasa Namaskaran Ekuruvanti Dine Dine Ayu Pradnya Balam Viryam Tejas Tesham Chajayate. Om Namo Bhagavate Surya Narayanaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Surya Narayanaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Surya Narayanaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Let's make 3 turns. Adi Bhautika, Adhyatmika, Adi Daivika. Let us not get disturbed by Adi Bhautika or disturbances from other bodies, people, animals, birds, ants, insects. Let us not get disturbed by Adi Daivika Klesha, that is natural disasters, earthquakes, cyclones, fire. Let us not get disturbed by Adi Adhyatmika disturbances, kleshas, which is suffering of the body, like cold, fever, all such sort of ailments. So we pray to the Lord, but then we know that Mother Mahalakshmi, her blessings, we ask for her blessings, and we say the Bhunamana mantra, Samudravasane Devi, Parvatastana Mandale, Vishnupatni Namastubhyam, Pada Sparsham Shamaswame. We ask her for forgiveness. come back up, go down, and it's 6:32. So let's do the last mantra, which is the Patanjali Mahamuni's mantra. Om yogena chittasya padena vacha malam sharirasya cha vaidyakena योपाकरोत्तम प्रवरम मुनीनां पतंजलिं प्राञ्जलिं प्राणतोऽस्मिन् आबाहु पुरुषाकारं शङ्खचक्रासिधारिणं सहस्रं शिरसं श्वेतं प्रणमामि पतंजलिम् ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतंगमय ॐ शांति शांति Shanti. So we will just bow down to the Ishta Devata, Kula Devata, Sthana Devata, to the soldiers, to the farmers who get us our food, to all the elderly people, to our gurus, the Guru of SPYSS, Sri Yata Ramaswamy, to Lord Shiva, to Lord Narayana, Lord Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda, to all those who are respectable, to the Rishi Munis, to everyone who has made this Hatha Yoga possible for us today, and who are serving us in some way. And we pray that we get the benefits of their blessings and slowly rise up and rub our palms together, and then feel the heat of that rubbing with our eyes, placing the palms on our eyes, and move the eyes up and down and up and down, and in cross shape, left top to right bottom, left top to right bottom, right top to left bottom, right top to left bottom, left to right, circle anti-clockwise. Slowly move our hands and hands out and open our eyes and remember the three Shaktis in our hand. Karagre vasate Lakshmi, Karamadhye Saraswati, Karamule Sita Gauri, Prabhate Karadarshanam. बोलो भारत माता की जय, प्रभु श्री रामचंद्र महाराज की जय. वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम. I thank the SPYSS Samiti for giving me the opportunity to sit here and demonstrate the art of Hatha Yoga to all of you and be in your service. Hari Om. So now we leave a little early. It's 6:30. And I'm sure everyone must be in a hurry to go to the temple also. And we'll end here. Hari Om.